Hello, people. Good night and morning. Um, I've been hearing what the Chinese was saying. He doesn't seem to like cute characters in the game. I understand that, but I really don't care. My game is not about. Well, it is sort of like cute, but Sonic is all about Sonic. I keep that for him. But for Baby Greed's world, it is mostly in between. Now we have to have some of that. I've heard I like to go back to him. He had a good point. Um, the thing. Oh, here it is. I can just go click this. I already have the copy here. Now I did get very angry for what thinks people think. Before I show you, let me just pause it.
Sonic co-creator Yuji Naka is so far not happy with the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. But why is that? We'll be discussing that in today's video.
Why? It is his character. He has the right to be angry. This is not yours. It's his. Did you make Sonic? No. He is the artist. If he feels the same way, I feel the same way as well. We're both on the same level. I have the same character, but he is a different character. I don't have the same character as Sonic, but he's another side of another character on the other side of the galaxy. But he isn't Sonic. He's a new character. Now, if he was with Sonic, it'll be mostly gag and laugh and everything. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I did do an act with Sonic, and they both seem to had the same level at the time when they're both together. That's what Baby Greed is. Sonic just needs to spark his light in order to give him what Sonic gives. It's like Sonic wants to share what he does, and Baby Greed wants to share what Baby Greed does. They're both in between, but Sonic gives the spark light to Baby Greed. That's how I see it in my story. Baby Greed can become like a goofy Sonic. Like he can become funny like Sonic, but his world a baby, that's it. When he's fully grown, he's mostly Greed. He grows up to be Greed the Hedgehog. Greed the Hedgehog is mostly calm. He's not the child that is a goofy and dumb kid anymore. He's smart and he's mostly focused on saving the world. If he wants to be goofy, Sonic sparks Greed's life. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Sonic is the one if he was with Sonic's game, he will be the one to give Baby Greed the sparking light. And good, people are agreeing. These are artists. I know who they are. They're agreeing with me, and I agree with the Chinese. What's his name again? It's too much. Um,
Not happy with the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
why? Sonic co-creator Yuji Naka
Yuji Naka.
is so far not
I
happy
remember
with the
his
Sonic the
name.
Hedgehog movie.
He has created dungeon games. He's the one who created some of these dungeon games and all that. And he created the tablet game that was a fantasy world, but it was full of monsters and rules and that. And you had to have he had a castle, and you had to, I think, save the world, but it ended and it gave your initials who was the one who saved the world, and that's what I'm trying to say. Um, Sorry about that. Too much talking. But I really agree with Shuji Naka. I just call him that. I agree with him. He is right on all levels. But they signed the contract and he's not very happy. Maybe he should have never gotten a deal with motion pictures. I like to tell him they're mostly into superheroes. They're not fine with all of this. Um, they want to drift Sonic into the superhero world. Shuji Naka, you should go your own separate ways. I don't know why you jumped into these people, but this is your decision, not mine. And if I was with you, I will have the same decision what you have, because my character is exactly has a different way, and it will probably be the same as Sonic's team, and I will feel the same way about this awesome character. That's why Baby Greed is very special to me. He's my baby. Baby Greed is my baby. And I'll get to that soon. Yes. Let me tell you this again. I'm not handing him over. When he's in Sonic Team, then I'll do that. But all levels, how I created and made the story, how I created them. Baby Greed, I'll tell you right now. Baby Greed is my number one character. He's my baby. Cabela is my number second character. She's my baby. Gallius is my third character. He's my baby. Star is my fourth character. He's my baby. Okay? They're my babies. So yeah, um, these two are my babies. These are my special babies. But the number one of all, this is my baby. That's my baby. So yeah. So my number one characters like Sonic, Baby Greedy is my number one baby. The number one big target of all games because he's very good. He is the best character. He's my number one character. He knows he has he might have a dumb brain and everything. He might look chaos eyes and everything, but that's how his eyes were mostly like a an animal eye like Sonic's, like his eyes, but it was not like that. It was mostly like a human eye, like this. Until Chaos, this is how until Chaos put his finger right in the middle of his eye and used whatever he did, his gel, and we know how his skin went into the character's eyes, and he went and he had his eyes closed and everything, and he was in sort of in pain, going Then his eyes went opened out, his blue eyes went white, and yeah, it's a story that's missing from the parts, but yeah, I can give you that piece. The boy, was in pain when the ritual started. Chaos went to the child and put his finger in the middle of his eyes, and he looked at him. The child was looking at Chaos, and something came from his hand and went into the child's eye. You know, when you heard what Eggman, now this is going to fill in the blank. This is going to fill in something from the blank. Why his eyes is this way? This will fill in the blank, and whoever listens to it will respect his eyes, will respect the child's eyes, and and I will tell you the rest of the stuff that will respect Cabela and other characters' eyes that were affected by him. So let's begin. I don't know where to start. I'm gonna start right now. Chaos when baby boy Green was in the ritual, his eyes were beautiful until Chaos went in front, came up on the rocks, and looked at the child boy, and pointing his finger right in the middle. Let me show you. Oh, you know what? The paper. I got it better here. Check this out. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna teach you something. What I'm talking about. We're not gonna do sound. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. That's his eyes. And this is Chaos eyes. Fingers. You know what? This will be that. No, I got a better. You got a better idea. Watch this. And I can move it and show you what I'm talking about. This is gonna fill in your answer. Why is his eyes this way? This is Chaos's hands. We're gonna make it blue so it look like Chaos. So this is what when the child was in the ritual, he came up to K that's his eyes, and I'm gonna show you this is Chaos's finger. He was looking at the child. He was looking at the child, and then he pointed up his finger like this. Like how? Well, this is how it went. He was looking at the child right in front of his eyes and looking directly at him, saying, "Yeah, he's the chosen one, all right." And Chaos went like this. Look at it too, Naka. And then he had his finger just like that, and he went like this. And then he closed his eyes, and his eyes would go like this. Ah! Well, this is how it went. This is how it acted. His eyes. This is what his eyes. His eyes was like this. His pimple little eye, his little black eye, went like this. And that's how chaos. Well. You know what would be better? His little tiny gel, his little tiny sample went into the eyes, and it went big like this. This little blue thing. Well, it was not blue when I seen it. How I see it, his what Chaos did dropped a little red one into his eyes, and you know what this was? That was lava Chaos went into the child's eyes and created. There you go. You're getting what I'm telling you. And his eyes were blue, and his eyes what this was his eyes were. His eyes were blue from here, and everything was inside was white. And guess what went inside his eye? A new birth of chaos. Well, the sample, the gel was forming into red. The chaos emeralds was creating something from the chaos baby chaos emeralds. A little tiny gel was spreading into the child's body, and the baby chaos emeralds were created inside the baby child's body, and the red chaos emeralds are formed into the gel. The This is how I see it. This is what I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. We're going to cut this. This is the red chaos emerald. I'm giving you the story of how it happened. No. White. And we're going to cut this. And this is what was going on inside the child's body when the gel was inside the character's body. When chaos is if this can remind you what Eggman said in Sonic DX. Oh, you! We gotta find the Chaos Tail. You remember that Chaos Tail was cut, so that was like a you getting it, you getting it, you get what I'm telling you. The gel was part of it. This gel that Chaos gave to Baby Greed was a new birth life. So the Chaos Emerald. So this is the Chaos Emerald, and this was the red gel. Well, it was blue. It was blue at the moment, the same color, but it was blue at the same color. But something happened to the red Chaos Emeralds. It was forming into the well. It was giving life. It was giving life to the gel as it continues to spread its DNA. That little tiny gel was changing colors like this. It was going blue. It was going red, blue. It was continuing to blink red and blue until enough samples, the Chaos Emeralds had enough energy to create this. It created this. Something came out of the top like this. What was that? It was his head. That was Chaos. His head. The new Chaos. Um, this one. It's new Chaos Eye, and then his eyes, one eye came out like this. It was the Chaos Emeralds were creating the new child. And what kind of eyes did he have? Since Chaos had green, it had blue, just like him. When this was being created, this was being created along with the thing. It was formatting from his eyes. Everything was connected from his eyes. The chaos was connected from his eyes. Well, we can go this way. This is well, it won't make a difference. We can just do it this way. I just made a mistake, so I'm gonna do it again. Fix the eye. This is better than doing it this way. The curved eye, yeah. No, it won't make a difference. This is how like this, like every chaos eyes, put it here, and this one over here. And this is all what it could create for now. So it was just growing slowly. So there you go. This was lava chaos. It was being created in the child, and it continues to be created right now. As he continues to grow, lava chaos continues. But why was he fully grown in the Sonic world in his future time? Chaos was still a baby inside the adults. Greed the Hedgehog because he wasn't ready. It takes millenniums before he can be created. So he needed probably chaos. Greed needed to be like 10 more years. I mean, maybe no. It was at the time, right? It was correct. I'm correct. If he only needed about, oh shoot, he's 1 years old and Cabela's 12 months. Then he needs about 3 more years before Chaos is born. So it was like he needed to be 33 before he needed to be 24 before Lava Chaos was created. So he reversed his time. So right now it doesn't make a difference. It's still in his body. So it's getting worse for his stomach. So he's getting big. So where it's gonna come out, where's this chaos is gonna come out? His whole entire gel is gonna come out of his mouth. Green is going to throw up. He's gonna have a stomach ache and he's gonna throw up a lot of goo. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be painful. It's like when it's like Family Guy when you drink something and you have drunk something you was not supposed to and you throw up. If you heard of that show when they was throwing up and said, "Oh, my stomach hurts. Why is it hurt?" Ah! Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So so there you go, people. That's your answer from what I'm trying to tell you. So this is what happened to Baby Green. His eyes were maybe blue and some like that. His eyes were blue, but um the white inside of it from this guy over here created a circle to turn him into what? Chaos's eyes. He was a part of this creature here. And he's still even if he drew up his eyes is not gonna change back. He's part chaos. So wow. Baby Green's flesh and blood is a brother of chaos. Amazing? Yes, it's amazing. So, and that clears up why his eyes are this way. So yeah, this is why his eyes are this way. And every time he gets strong, this also create and also baby the lava chaos has powers and given it and baby greed is using lava some of lava chaos's powers that is mixed in with his powers, making him the most powerful thing on Earth. So yeah, you won't- so yeah, this is why his eyes are this way. Now let's talk about why is Cabela's eyes this way. Did I just tell you the sample um that affected Cabela was in the flame carrier. Eggman was planning to turn Greed into a bit rabbit into a weak rabbit or something like that. I wrote it something like that. Planning to trap him as a rabbit into a cage. He was a rabbit, but the thing is, um, Eggman want Egg, Greed. Eggman was lying to Baby Greed the Hedgehog. Well, lying to Greed the Hedgehog that he was going to give him the antidote, but he didn't. He was planning to turn him in partly a hedgehog and rabbit so he will be weak, so he cannot leave, and Eggman will have total power over his Mega Emeralds because he's fully grown. So yeah, it was very cocky, and the potion dropped off. He took the sample from Greed, maybe from Greed the Hedgehog, but that sample spilled on. Well, I can tell you it spilled on three characters, and well, for this is another part I want to tell you. If he was doing testing from um Greed's blood sample, he tested it on Gallius, and he became one. He tested it on Star, but he was doing Eggman was doing testing on the sample. He turned three babies into part chaos, like what you see here in front of you. But it's a story. It's a long story how it happened. Um, Shots after shots, what Eggman was doing, saying what's going on with the sample. Why is it being so obstructed? The thing is, he was trying to take DNA samples to turn him back into a hedgehog, but it was not enough, so he tested it on the captured characters. So you're gonna be Eggman. So you're gonna be my lab test because I want to take my prize in Greed the Hedgehog. You four, Star, Gallius. No, not me. I don't want no shot. You're gonna get it. Yeah, this is because he was planning to capture Greed the Hedgehog. Yeah. So this will clear out why their eyes is this way. So yeah, this is what happens when Eggman goes berserk with Greed the Hedgehog's DNA sample. He had so much. He was doing so much checking on it. What about um what about Cha Cha? No, not Cha Cha. I only put the eyes there because I know how I couldn't figure out how to make an eyes like I know how now. I just need to go back and redo him. I told you I was gonna redo him, so don't worry. Um, won't take me long. Just like these eyes here, I'm gonna do that to them. But for these, so he was infected, Star was infected, and Cabela was infected. Amazing, right? So yeah, that's how it all happened. And now about this new character. So now that's cleared up. About this new character. So that lava. So now you know about that. Um, about the third character, he's not chaos. He was not affected. He's another character that's. But the thing is, I'm not sure I should choose this one. I was thinking about making a chickmunk instead. But this is probably part cow and part lion. So yeah, we're gonna have some horns up here. His ears are mostly cow ears, and his feet are mostly. He's a mixed creature, so yeah. He's a boy. He might look like a girl, but he's a boy. Um, yeah, I didn't want to draw the diaper, but he's another baby. But the thing is, I didn't want to draw that because it will probably make me make a diaper. It will make I probably will pass the length of the body. So all I can do it I can do it from the sides or from the front. So all I gotta do is to the mirror and I can do it from this side. So this is what I'm gonna choose. I'm choosing this side. This side here. This eye here. Not this side. This side. This half side. Um I was talking about the hair. So what I'm gonna do is just pull out the hair and you're just gonna cut this off. Cut this hair off and then intimate the hair from his head. And there you go. Pull it out of his head and just put it straightly like that. Or it'll be just like what's his name? Her name is like from what is her name? Sonia. Yeah, just like Sonia's hair. So this is a boy. She yeah, this he has long hair like Sonia. So you're gonna see a boy with this hair kind of hair too. This hairstyle. It's a boy, you can tell. See the hair's like this? That's a boy, trust me. It's a boy. It's not a girl. It's every cow, you know. So I'm keep thinking, should I make a cow? I think I like a cow. Everybody probably never seen a cow in a game, so yeah, this is gonna be the first time. A lion, that'll be a friend character. I really don't know. I've been working on. I was implemented into black and white. So now I did that, so now I can work on it better without having the picture. Um, People, I think he has 3 fingers or four fingers. I think he has 4 fingers. I could put 5 fingers in there. So I just need to pull out another one here and another one there. I'll probably do it in the 3D modeling, but it's getting close to modeling this new character. And intimating these eyes will probably be a cinch. Just trace over that, just like that. What I can do is just take one of these here. Let me show you. I can't believe I still had this out. But you guys can look at it. See, he has his hands right there. Now, you was wondering, I did do some, I'm thinking about getting another Eggman, but I made some teeth. Um, Slide teeth, so it'll be more easier so you can open his mouth and talk. Um, his baby won't talk because he always calls his pacifier at once. He will talk, they will just see it mumbling. So yeah, this is what happens when Eggman goes wild with Greed the Hedgehog's sample. They got chaos? No, it's the chaos emeralds that was mixed in the characters. So they got some of his chaos sample. That don't take his power. It's chaos is unlimited power. So there's no limits to what they are to every child that gets this. So this made him more stronger and made Cabela more stronger. They had the new powers were in they have new powers now. So even Star, you know why? You're wondering why he's riding the Star. So yeah, he went wild. He captured these fools, and he was about to do it on. Guess what? I wanted to tell you, he was about to do it on Tails again. He was about to do it on Tails. He was about to give. He was about to turn Tails into chaos. Did you hear that, people? Yes, he was about to turn Tails into partly chaos like Greed. He Tails was also captured, and Sonic was on the move to get Tails back. Tails was locked up in a cage and planned to be put in the capsule. While he was put in the capsule, and they placed water back all over again, and he had the sample of green goo. He was planning. He was planning to do this. Let me show you. This is what I'm gonna show you. This is gonna be very interesting to hear. Um, this is how they all were in. So I'm gonna get this one. This is very important. The flame carrier. Oh man, he had a scientist day. And one extra friend that tried to get the sample. Eggman had them locked up in here. Oh yeah, wires everywhere in the flame carrier. So Shushinaka will be very interesting to hear about what happened to Tails in another one. And the sample that's supposed to be. What are these? This is where you place the sample into the. This is where they give them the shots. They were in the water, but the sample, all it had to be do. You know what I tell you? When it's dropped, you become a creature. And all it needed was this. A shot. You don't need to give it. You don't need to give the character a shot. Eggman was a lab rat. Shit, I just can't get that line straight. Yeah, there. Well, that's the best I could do, right? So all Eggman had to do, he was right in front of the challenge. What he can create from this thing. All he had to do, Eggman, Eggman had to do, and the cage. Yeah, the cage. The cage was right. Well, the cage was right here for greed. You know what this thing was? Something to take over the world. This thing is supposed to zap. This is what you'll be seeing from. He doesn't need to be wired up. It just zaps it from here. You know one of those things from Sonic 3 when you're fighting Eggman in the part 3. when this thing shoots from the ground and tries to make the floor get closer to egg to his death. If you can recognize what I'm talking about, this little thing from the top, it goes left and right, and then it fires. It goes. You know, the floor gets closer. These little lines here gets closer to each side, and it moves left, right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you can figure that out. So this little thing is a ray gun. When he's standing right here, the thing will just zap and drain his chaos energy power and fire from the spaceship to destroy anything in its path. That's Eggman's plans. And this was the sample that he was taking, doing test samples. He was planning to test his new sample, but it didn't work, so this is not working. So it didn't work, so he tested it on his son, and the sample just fell in the water, and he turned chaos. His eyes went when I told you. And I said, this is not working. So he tried another sample. How about this one? Don't worry, this won't hurt one bit. You won't even feel any pain, but it'd be worth testing this sample. So he tested it on the next character. What was that? This was Star. Nothing. It still changed his eyes. What is with this thing? Perhaps this new sample won't work. This has to work. So what was this one? This was this was I think these are other characters. I forgot their name. This is Star. This is Gallius, and these two over here was the last testing. The last one is so this was a another animal, rabbit. So he tested it on this. It just continues to turn him back into what he is. Maybe this one will work. I hope that it will turn him into a rabbit. Darn bear, let's see if I can turn him into a rabbit. Partly rabbit and what he's supposed to be. And then the bear turned into a rabbit and partly himself again. The antidote. This will do just fine for my plan to take over the world. Robotic Land shall rise. And about you, Tails. Sir, I'll test it on you. Sir, what is it? He's here. He's here, huh? Well, I guess I'll use this. You lucky fox. I'll be back to turn you into something you won't like to be. Probably a pig. So yeah, that was his play, and yeah, Sonic got in and saved us. So he was very close to becoming one of those creatures. Oh, and this would have turned Tails in partly rabbit and partly fox. He would not be himself anymore. He would be something like, gruesome, trust me, gruesome. So yeah. So that's how it all happened for the 8 carrier, and yeah, it's built on the, it's built and this was Star. This was yeah, she was out there. Cabela was out there, and this was a bear, and this was his tail. So they were, oh man, what is Eggman doing? whoa, Eggman had something big going on in the flame carrier. So yeah, that was crazy, and you probably want to see that episode. Now that can never I can that episode is far off from the beginning, well, partly almost into GL. But yeah, it's this is where it's coming to GL. So um this comic book episode is coming to GL, but that's what happened. This is like a comic book I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, this can also work to show you something from the comic books. But you understand what happened, and this could have been Greed to becoming the most powerful threat to the world. So now you know about that. Um, and like I said, the samples spilled it and they blew up the egg carrier, got away. Some storage is getting me. And Greedy was turned back to himself because Sonic found the antidote. He had two needles on the ground. Tails said, "Get that one on the table. That other one will get the one on the table." And Sonic turned him back into himself again. And Tails and all of them escaped the eight flame carrier while he blew up and saw Eggman and Gallius and Star. They all Gallius and Eggman got away, and Star had new powers and drifted into the into the sky, falling and flapping his ears. And yeah, Tails flew out and they got out. They all got out, and Eggman didn't get nothing in return. So thanks everyone. So I'm gonna go back and work on this new character. I have another one here. This is the one. Yeah. Um, See you later, and I hope you understand my plan.